To the pit in Albuquerque, it is time for Hobbs Eagle basketball on Cool 95.7, the Hobbs Sports YouTube channel, and HobbsAmerica.com. Today's game is brought to you by the Lee County State Bank, Divine Energy, United Realty, Bel Air Bowl, Elite Real Estate, and NMR Pipeline. Also brought to you today by Thriftway and La Tienda, SunGuard Precision, Rent-A-Center, Eunice Pump and Supply, New Mexico Junior College, Lasco Construction, DNC Electric, and Hydrotech Services. Hobbs Basketball, also a presentation of The Coffee Shop, IPS Incorporated, XL Energy, Lico, Outlaw Grill, Hobbs Rental, and Albertsons Market. From here at the pit in Albuquerque, a trip to the finals is on the line for the Hobbs Eagles under first-year head coach Ronald Ross. And this should be a good one. It is number 2 versus number 3. Two teams with 26 wins on the year, and both looking for a shot at the Big Blue Trophy, Ty, friend.
Yeah, exciting game here. Of course, the Eagles have not been to a semifinal since their championship game of 2015. That's been 8 seasons, so this is a very important game for them. Trying to punch that ticket to the championship on Saturday, and still don't know who that other opponent's going to be, because that's going to be the late game tonight to find out if Volcano Vista will more than likely be the team to get there, which it looks like it will be. But
yeah, but I would love for it to be the other team. That would be Roswell, because you would see heads explode in front of us.
That's true. But that game on yesterday, actually, 66-53, Hobbs getting the win over Cleveland. Kind of the rubber match game. Eagles had split with them, lost on the road, won at home at the holiday tournament. But it was an exciting one. The Eagles really extended their lead in the second half to a double digits. And great production for Abraham Pena, 22 points. Hit 1 tray, 5 of 7 from the line, 3 rebounds to his cause. Also a major game for Jairus Turbiatis, 14 points and 14 rebounds. We had talked in the pregame show how he had some good success against Cleveland in the previous 2 games, was averaging 14.5 a contest in those priors. Got into that game and really did some damage on the boards and got some good transition game going for the Hobbs Eagles. So got to have that type of structure out there. Got to have Parker Henderson showing his presence like he did yesterday. Had a dunk. In fact, Soria had, or not a Soria, but Pena had a dunk. Some other people had some dunks. So everybody's getting involved in the action here. But they pulled away and played some defense, too, on Cleveland. Cleveland's used to getting 7, 8, 9 3-pointers a contest. But they held their big kid, not big, he's just a good shooter, Remy Albrecht. He did have 21 points, but only had 1 tray in the ball game. And this kid averages 4 to 5 trays himself.
Yeah, Hobbs did a very good job on perimeter defense yesterday, pretty much the entire game, keeping him out of the shooting lanes and to keep Albrecht under control. So a great job yesterday by the defense, and they're going to need another day like that today, because Sandia, well, they can light it up. They're averaging over 76 points per game. So this is a team that is a whole lot of offense. They play a little defense, too, only giving up 57.5 points per game, and they've got 1, 2, 3, 4 players in double figures.
Yeah, they got that Zier Bagaya. I'll have some fun with that today. 21 points and 10 rebounds in the win over against Albuquerque High yesterday. He definitely is a force to be reckoned with. He's got some size on him at 6'7", but he is very lean. He weighs about 155. That's about my poundage here. So you can kind of get the picture of what we're talking about, kind of a beanstalk. So we're going to have to be careful about him. He gets up and down the court real well. And again, they got that big win over Albuquerque High, a team that beat them last year in the quarterfinals and knocked them out of the tournament, but 62-49 the score yesterday. Not just him, though. They got a freshman starter, Isaiah Brown. He got 16 points against Albuquerque, 4 trays in the game, 5 steals. So, again, he's going to be a multiple threat offense and defense. Freshman Gad Harris, freshman, I said, 15 points. He had foul trouble all the first half, so he was kind of tentative, but he came in the second half and finished up the ball game. And then there's also one other guy, Thomas Howell, with 10 points, 9 rebounds, so he got close to a double-doubles, had 2 3-pointers. So lots of guys get involved. 8 trays in that win for Sandia. They were 12 of 19 from the free throw line, 63%, and had 10 steals in the contest. So they're a force to be reckoned with. They've been hovering in the top 3 the whole season, just like the Hobbs Eagles have in the Max Preps poll. And, of course, last week they beat Rio Rancho in the first round, 71-51. The exact same amount of points that Hobbs beat Rio Rancho, again, 20.
Well, and very important, and this is a team that can move it, and they can put up points just like the Hobbs Eagles can. And, yeah, pretty much every one of those kids that you just mentioned when talking about this team from Sandia, Harris averaging 12.4 a game, 4.1 rebounds. Nagabe, 14.5 points a game, averaging over 6 boards. Thomas Adams, 13 points a game, averaging 4.5 boards. Brown, who you mentioned, 14.5, a little more than that, and over 4 boards. And then Mason Howell, averaging nearly 7 rebounds, about 6.5 per game. So this is a team that will clean the glass, and if you're not careful, will clean your clock on the offensive end too.
Yeah, that's definitely the case. And again, they've been in contention before. Last year, when in the playoffs, it's got knocked out in the quarters that I mentioned. Their only losses this season, the 3 that they've had, of course, to Volcano Vista twice, lost by 9 and lost by 4. Of course, the Eagles lost to Volcano Vista, the APS Metro, by 7, leading by as many as 15 in that game. So very comparable scores there. And then also lost kind of a head shaker here for La Cueva, 80-74 in double overtime. So that's only 3 losses, Volcano Vista, and then La Cueva. So that kind of tells you how much success they've had this year. In their district, Sandia was 9-1. La Cueva came in right behind them at 8-2 thanks to that double overtime win. And then a couple other teams in that as well. Santa Fe, who also made the tournament, at 7-3. So there's some good competition in that district. Volcano Vista, of course, is the talk of the town here in Albuquerque. But I think Sandia is kind of the sleeper underneath the radar just a bit. But they've been ranked in the top 3, like I said, all season.
Well, yeah, I mean, with the rankings, and maybe they're feeling a little bit disrespected, frankly. When it comes to the teams from Sandia, it's their girls that have gotten most of the attention. Of course, winning state last year on the girls' side and then knocking off Hobbs to start the season. And that'll be a game that we'll have for you, the Hobbs girls and the Sandia girls, on Saturday afternoon for the Big Blue Trophy. But the boys with a chip on their shoulder, they're going, hey, wait a minute, we've only lost 3 games. We're the number 3 seed. How does that work when Hobbs has lost 4 games and, you know, we've played maybe a tougher schedule? I don't know that that's true, but I'm just repeating what I heard upstairs when I was between games. You know, they're like, oh, well, Sandia's just going to run away with Hobbs. Hobbs hadn't played anybody. Sandia's been through the ringer. It's going to be all about the Matadors. And I'm just sitting there thinking, eating my potato chips going, yeah, I'm not sure you've seen Hobbs play yet.
And you got to remember, strength of schedule is a very important part of that whole situation, too. I mean, of course, Hobbs that play the APS Metro, they're the only team outside of the area here that gets to play in that tournament to begin with, and that's very, very important for them. In fact, also we got to remember, too, this team does, I talked about the 8 3-pointers that they got against Albuquerque High yesterday, but 43% of their offense was coming from the 3-point shot. So that should give you kind of an idea in terms of the scoring. That's the same type of situation Cleveland had. They had 48% of their scoring against the Eagles in games 1 and 2 from the 3-point shot. So got to get the perimeter defense. We did a good job yesterday of kind of getting in the shorts of that top scorer that we knew about from Cleveland. We played him twice before, Albrecht. He started slicing the lane in that first quarter, but then we start packing it in and put some bodies on him. You could tell he was getting kind of out of the sync of the offense, and didn't hit but just 1 3-pointer. So we did a good job on that. We got to make sure when we get the steals or get the boards on the defensive glass that we make good transition passes. Don't try too much fancy dribbling behind the back and running into people and spinning around and all that stuff, because we don't need that. We don't need the trays. Our team does not shoot that many trays, and we don't get a lot of free throw opportunities. So when we get on that line, we need them today.
Yeah, definitely going to need the free throw opportunities when you can get them. Anytime you can get free points and free buckets, you're definitely going to take it. You know, I think another key to yesterday, even though I had to leave at halftime, I listened to on the way over to the event center. Hobbs managed to not get in any foul trouble really yesterday, big time, and I think that helped because it kept the top 5-6 guys on the floor the entire time. And when you've got that first group of 6 or 7 out there, Hobbs is going to be awful hard to deal with. But you get down lower than that, sometimes things get a little bit off, as a lot of players out there that haven't seen a lot of rotation time with the starters.
And Coach Ross has elected to keep a 10-man roster. You could go to as many as 14 for these teams up here at State, and he's kept it at the numbers at the end of the season with them. Of course, we lost some key players in Peyton, for example, and also Hutchings throughout the season. But that would have been a nice asset to have Peyton, by the way. But if you deal with what you got. You got to win yesterday with 10 guys. You got guys coming off the bench. But when those guys come off the bench, they're not going to be pouting and worried about, I'm going to get in for 3 minutes. Get in there, get your stats, get your boards, get your steals, take care of business, and help out the cause. It's very important because you lose this ball game, there's no tomorrow.
Yeah, that it is win or go home time here at the Pit in Albuquerque. Lee County 2 for 2 today. We'd love nothing more than to see it go 3 for 3. Hobbs and Sandia on the way. We'll take a 2-minute timeout, come back and continue. Hobbs Eagle basketball is on Cool 95.7 on the Hobbs Sports YouTube channel.
Oh, yes! Strike! Good times, baby! Definitely good, healthy fun with family and friends is what happen. Find them on Facebook or Google Bel Air Bowl. They are located behind Big Lots in the Bel Air Shopping Center. Where we roll at Bel Air Bowl.
Hi, I'm Rodney Davis with United Realty, and I just wanted to let you know that there has never been a better time to get your home on the market. You may have been in your home for a number of years now and curious about what your home is worth, and I have great news. We can give you a free market analysis. That's right, free. Our expert realtors will let you know what your home is worth and help you get it sold. Remember, if you're wanting to buy or sell, United Realty is ready to help. Give United Realty a call at 575-392-3000. Again, that's 575-392-3000.
Elite Real Estate proudly congratulates the Eagles on making it to the playoffs. Just like the Eagles, Elite Real Estate believes that hard work and dedication leads to success. When it comes to your real estate needs, trust Elite Real Estate to guide you every step of the way. They make the buying process easy and work tirelessly to get you into your dream home. Call Elite Real Estate today, 492-0008. That's 492-0008. Elite Real Estate, where your dreams become reality.
NMR Pipeline is a highly qualified, dedicated company, leading in performance with management and employees who've provided over 45 years of service in pipeline maintenance and construction within the oil and gas industry. NMR Pipeline, 300 South Main in Eunice, or call 394-0144 for more information. Again, 394-0144. NMR Pipeline is proud to be a supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. I'm TJ Miracle, Manny V in studio engineering and producing. Hobbs will be the home team on the scoreboard wearing the home white unis, and Sandia in the road blacks, as we're actually trying to get a little confirmation on a name here, as maybe the book is wrong. Is there a rule if you get the book wrong, you get like free throws to start the game or something?
Technically, the number is the most important thing. The name is, now especially today, a lot of guys go by double last names and stuff. But yeah, they had the one name on the rosters, all the rosters we've been receiving, and now I went down the book. It said Thomas Howell, and then roster says Thomas Adams. So they got the whole scorecard. I guess I stirred up a hornet's nest down here, didn't I?
I think you have. Good job, Ty. Hey,
it is Adams.
It is Adams. Okay. So it has been confirmed, thanks to the crew here at the pit for confirming that. Starters for your Hobbs Eagles will be number 1, Braddock Beatty, number 2, Parker Henderson, number 3, Lyric Soria, number 22, Abraham Pena, and number 44, Jarius Turabiatis. For the Sandia Matadors, they're going to have number 2, Gad Harris, number 3, Zaire Nagombe, number 11, Thomas Adams, number 12, Isaiah Brown, and who was that 5th starter, Ty?
They're still marking that too, so we're waiting on that one.
All right, so we know 4 out of the 5. So, all right, the teams are lined up at their respective free throw lines, and we are getting ready for the national anthem and the introduction of teams. So we will take a 2-minute timeout, come back with the tip-off of this one. It's the Eagles and the Matadors for a chance to play for a Big Blue trophy when we come back here on Cool 95.7. For all your grocery specials, shop Thriftway and La Tienda in Hobbs. The best deals in fresh produce, fresh meat and vegetables, frozen and dairy, health and beauty, and so much more. With the friendliest and most knowledgeable staff, Thriftway and La Tienda. For all your grocery specials, come on down to La Tienda, 400 East Marland, and Thriftway, 1317 North Turner in Hobbs. Best of luck, Eagles, from all of your friends at Thriftway and La Tienda grocery stores. Conquer every challenge, from job sites to weekend adventures, with SunGuard Precision's rugged truck accessories. Choose from durable tonneau covers, spray-on bed liners, and more, all designed to protect your investment and elevate performance. SunGuard Precision is your ultimate one-stop shop for all things truck. Get equipped, get empowered. Visit SunGuard Precision today. Look for SunGuard in names and numbers, and find SunGuard Precision on Facebook and Instagram.
Rent-A-Center is a proud supporter of the Hobbs Eagles in both athletics and academics. Being an Eagle fan for many years, the team at Rent-A-Center knows what it takes: hard work and dedication. For all of your furniture needs, visit your friends over at Rent-A-Center. They offer free delivery and no credit checks. Se hablan español. Let Rent-A-Center improve your home with a couple of pieces of furniture. And Rent-A-Center of Hobbs, 2404 North Grimes in the Albertsons Plaza, is locally owned and operated. Rent-A-Center supports the Hobbs Eagles and says, go fight, win.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Are you ready to take the next step in your education?
Look no further than New Mexico Junior College.
Whether you're just starting out or aiming to advance your career, NMJC offers top-notch programs in so many different fields.
With small class sizes and dedicated instructors, you'll get the personal attention you deserve.
Plus, our campus is equipped with state-of-the-art facilities and resources to support your learning journey.
Visit us online at nmjc.edu or stop by our campus to discover why NMJC is a smart choice for your education.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
Back here at the pit in Albuquerque, it is Hobbs versus Sandia, and they have decided that Mason Howell is indeed their fifth starter for the Sandia Matadors. So the Hobbs Eagles and Sandia 2 versus 3, looking for a chance to play for the Big Blue Trophy coming up on Saturday night, right back here at the pit. Manny V in studio engineering and producing. Evie Stuber keeping an eye and an ear on everything. I'm TJ Miracle. And as we get ready to tip this one off with the call, Ty Friend.
Yeah, you mentioned Mason Howell. He's one of their big kids, 6'9", a little bit more stout than that Dea Begay kid. He's got 215 pounds. Dea Begay, 6'7", but just 155. So a little bit of a difference there, but he's their top scorer, Dea Begay. He's definitely going to be the one to be scoring quite a few points, averaging 14.8 a ball game. Hobbs Eagles have the scoring leader, of course, have been all season. Abraham Payne averaging 17.4 points a game. Leads the team with 48 three-pointers and 83% free throw shooting. You also got Parker Henderson at 9.5 points a game, 7.1 rebounds a contest. He's second on the team in rebounding. Second scorer is Jairus Turbiatis with 10.9 a game and 8.5 rebounds, always hovering around the double-doubles. We also got Beatty starting tonight at 4.8 points a ball game. And, of course, Soria, Mr. Lyric Soria, the sophomore guard, 4.4 points a game. Second on the team in three-point shots with 28. We're ready for the tip. 6'9" for Sandia versus 7-footer Henderson for your Hobbs Eagles. And the tip into the backcourt, but it's going to be Sandia getting a piece of it. Hobbs, though, gets it, and then stripped away at the last second by Harris in the timeline. He goes to rack, misses the layup. Beatty comes down with the first rebound of the game. Out to Soria on the near side as he'll be picked up on D by Isaiah Brown. And this is a coach, Danny Brown, Greg Brown, all the rest of the Browns that coach in the Albuquerque area. Allows to Beatty on the left wing. Dumps it down to Jairus on the left baseline. Back it into his defender. Pivots in the lane. Turns and fires a fadeaway for the free throw line off the front of the rim. No good. Sky-high rebound for Dea Begay. His first board. Throw it down court to a breaking Howe. Goes up strong. Nobody getting him on D. Lays over the right side of the rim with two hands. The first score of the ball game.
Defensive breakdown for the Eagles there. You can't let them get behind you like that. They'll kill you all day.
Soria fakes a three from the right. Then goes up and shoots anyway from the right arc. Misses out the back of the rim. Long rebound in transition for Thomas. Sends it to the left corner. Three on the way and nailed by Dea Begay. Quick start, 5-0. And Coach Ross does not like the tempo he's seeing. Eagles not getting back defensively. Calls a timeout.
We'll just keep it right here. A 30-second timeout taken by Coach Ross. 5-0 and less than a minute into this one. The Hobbs Eagles like to run and gun, but I'm not sure they've really seen a team that could run and gun with them. And so far, Sandia has come out with their hair on fire, proving that they can run and gun just as well as Hobbs can. Hobbs needs to just take a deep breath and collect this back in. You're only down 5 points. No big deal.
Well, you look over at the bench right now, and you see Henderson with the left shoe coming off. He got hurt in the game yesterday. Got turned on the ankle, and they're taking his shoe off right now. He's wincing in pain talking to the trainer, so he's going to take a seat already. Coming in for him as a sophomore yesterday. I didn't bring him up in the pregame, so we wouldn't have enough time. But, of course, Amron Wheeler, boy, what a great game for him as he suited up as a sophomore in that contest and really doing a good job of scoring 11 points, including a tray. Great game for him, especially in that fourth quarter where he had 8 points. Beatty's getting a double-team trap on the near sideline in the backcourt. Throws it across to Soria. Stripped from behind by Harris for the Hobbs Eagle turnover. And they're going to go back the other way to the left wing. They pass off to the left to Harris. Kick it down left corner. Fadeaway three. And that's Brown. 2 trays already for Sandia, who leads quickly 8-0. Hobbs is really trying to get themselves shaken off the rust here. Beatty on the near side, throws it across to Soria, backdoor to Turbiates. Double clutch on the left side, gets hammered hard as he tried to get underneath the arms of Howe, who picks up the foul.
I like, though, that they drove hard to the rack and they drew the contact. If you can get Howell in trouble, that is going to really hurt Sandia underneath. But now, you mentioned it in the pregame, you've got to convert on your free throws.
Turbiates shooting 53% on the season from the charity stripe as he'll get 2 here on the shooting foul. First one is up and off the back of the rim. As soon as you said that, he doesn't make what he needs to make. Last night, though, he was 4 for 4 from the charity stripe. Eagles shot 83% as a team, 10 of 12 from the line. That's in the history books here. We are live at the pit right now. The semis championship on Saturday. Second shot for Turbiates, bouncing around the rim, and this one stays in the cylinder. 1 for 2 on the line, 8-1 your score. As Sandia opened up 8-0 to start. Harris drives the lane and gets it stolen by Turbiates. That'll be turnover number 1 for the Matadors. Give it out to Soria. Comes across the timeline as he is guarded by Brown. Slows it down, kick it left to Pena. Gets a screen from Soria, double team, Pena top of the arc. Tries to bounce it down the lane, rejected right back to him off the hands of Debayage. Over to right wing to Beatty, back deep to Payne at the time stripe. Comes back right, hands it off to Beatty. Beatty back to the timeline to Soria against a double team. Comes down the lane with a little scoop shot off the front of the rim, no good. Pulled off by Debayage. That's his second rebound.
I'm just going to call him Zaire. That's his first name.
That's right, kind of hard to do that one. Pass over to left wing to Harris. He'll hold on to it for a second on the bicep. Pena will step out on defense, sliding with him, top of the arc, getting a shove off. Pena gets a strip. Soria picks it up. Turnover number 2 for the Matadors. Over to Wheeler on the left wing. Thought about a 3, decided against it. Over to Pena. Pena on the far left sideline. Wants it clear out as he tries to get some help. Down to Wheeler in the left block. He'll back into his defender. Spins, lost the ball in the paint, and taken away by Brown. Turnover number 2. Going ahead to a break into Debayage. Double clutch is stripped by Turbiates and tracked down by Beatty.
Nice job by Hobbs. Beatty hustled back and stripped it out as Bagay got a little bit off on that one, was a little bit lax, and Hobbs made him pay.
Into the front court, Payne off to Wheeler on the right wing, down to the right corner. Soria fakes a 3, runner shot from the right baseline. Little scoop action with a finger roll at the end, puts it through the sophomore. His first bucket, 3 points for Hobbs, down by 5. Slowing it down, they come across the timeline. Harris gives a signal to his teammates, throws the ball over to Thomas on the far right. Comes down the middle of the paint, alley-oop, backdoor left, double clutch on the left side of the rim. Degabe with the second bucket for him. He's got 5. It's 10-3, 7-point lead. As high as 7 or 8 in this quarter. Beatty going to go coast to coast with a little reverse left, lost it off the back of the rim, pulled down by Howe. Outlet across the court to Debayage, backdoor. He goes to the rack hard to the right side and lays it in. Eagles not getting any transition defense going. 7 for Debayage. In their front court is Turbiates down by 9, their biggest deficit of the game. Hands it off to Soria, far left. Coming out on him defensively, Debayage. Unloads to Beatty in the left corner. He'll stop and turn up an NBA 3 off the side of the rim. Nobody underneath the rebound except the Matadors. Debayage with his 3rd rebound. Down to the left corner in the front court to Harris. Harris kicks it back up top to Debayage, and he fires up a 3 with no D on him. He has got 2 trays already and 10 points in the first quarter. We're just barely halfway through.
You've got to put a body on him somewhere, somehow. They are leaving him too wide open. He's had open runs, open looks. So Hobbs not doing a real good job guarding one of the number ones for the Matadors.
15-3, the biggest deficit at 12. Pena on the right wing, double team against him in front of the Sandia bench. Gives to Soria, right base. He tries to drive to the rack, lost his balance and kind of forearmed his defender to the floor. That was Brown, and they call the charge.
So turnover number 3 for the Hobbs Eagles, trailing by 12 at 3:39 remaining here in the first half. They're just trying to catch their breath at this point.
You see the blank faces, something we did not see yesterday, even though the game was kind of close early. But right now they're trying to get themselves focused on what they need to do. McGahey checks in for the Eagles. And coming across the timeline is Harris for Sandia. Giving off to DeBeagay. Top of the arc. Spins against Pena down the lane. Jump stop at the free throw line. Kick right to Brown. NBA fade away from the right side arc and puts it through. Brown with 2 trays in the ball game. They've already converted 4 as a team. And the score now goes to a 15 lead. 18-3. Down the lane comes Beatty. Double clutch on the left block. He's stripped from behind. They call the foul on Gad Harris, the freshman.
So that'll be his first personal. That'll be the second team foul on Sandia. And they are going to say, wow, floor foul.
Wow,
I thought he was shooting.
He was kind of fading to the hoop. And,
I thought he was too, but
not sure what that, unless they said there was a hold on the floor first, but it looked like he was in one continuous motion. You don't have to be airborne to get a shooting foul. Beatty inbound left base, gets it in left corner. McGahey, rainbow 3 off the side of the rim. Loose in the left corner, and it's going to be pulled down for Sandia in transition by Dawes, who just checked in. Sends it down to DeBeagay in the left corner. Fadeaway 3 and another one. 3 trays for him, 13 points, and a timeout as Sandia's converted 5 3-pointers. Coach Ross is not a happy camper.
No, he is not. 2:58 remaining here in the first quarter. All Sandia so far, 28-3. We're back in a minute on Cool 95.7.
When you want the job done right, trust the professionals at DNC Electric for all your electrician's needs. DNC Electric does oil well installations, battery installations, power lines, automation electric motor repairs, transformer repair, and so much more. When you want a reliable, dependable electrician for all your commercial and industrial services, call DNC Electric 492-0044, 575-492-0044. DNC Electric, 1444 West Broadway. Hydrotech Services in Hobbs is seeking experienced CDL drivers to join the team. To qualify, applicants must possess a valid U.S. CDL and have a minimum 2 years driving experience. If you have a good driving record, Hydrotech encourages you to apply today at 310 Woolsey Lane in Hobbs. Hydrotech offers competitive hourly pay of $26, comprehensive insurance benefits for employees, and the advantage of being home every evening. For additional information, please contact Hydrotech 397-7741 or apply in person 310 Woolsey Lane. Hydrotech Services is an equal opportunity employer.
A nightmare start for the Hobbs Eagles as Coach Ronald Ross burns his second time out. 5 3-pointers in the books for Sandia so far. And as we get back to action, under 3 minutes to go in the first, here's Ty Friend.
Yeah, 3 touchdowns versus a field goal this game right now, 21-3. Turbiantes gets the ball in the left corner in the front court. Give off to Pena, same side. He wants a clear out. Going to go hard to the baseline. Pulls up a jumper from 15 off the glass into the rack. What a nice move high in the air that time. Good balance. His first bucket. Here comes Sandia, though. Quick in transition. 21-5 to score. Hobbs down by 16. Now top of the arc. DeBeagay comes down the line. And reverse layup on the left. They're going to say he got bumped coming down. They're going to call that a shooting foul, though. Although at the other end, when Beatty went down to the rack, they said he was on the floor, even though he was moving to the hoop.
They're going to call that on Braddock Beatty. That'll be his first personal, second team foul on Hobbs. And Zaire Nagayabe heads to the line to shoot 2.
He's shooting on the free throw line this season at 69%. Sandia at 68% as a team as he puts the first one through, and definitely a top scorer at this point with a total of 13 points. Actually make it 14 with that free throw. 1 for 1 are the Matadors. They haven't needed any free throws yet in this game. Off the back of the rim on the second, chased down by Turbiantes on the baseline, his first rebound. Outlet to McGahey on the near side, dribbles up middle of the court. Underhands it across to Turbiantes with a big pivot to the far left sideline, gives it off with a handoff to Pena. Dribbles right, handoff to Beatty, over the left side, the motion offense. A flick over to McGahey, up top to Pena, spin move to the left, almost fell down. Hippity hop, tries a fadeaway hook from the left base just to get the foul call. I think they're going to say he was on the floor, though, and he was just trying to take advantage of the defender out of control.
Yep, and they are going to call that on Adams, his first personal, third team foul on Sandia. But, yeah, they do call that a floor foul.
22-5, Eagles down by 7. 2:09 left first quarter. Inbound backdoor to Turbiatis. Turnaround hook in the paint off the front of the rim. It's swatted and pulled down to the left baseline by Hobbs. His first rebound for Sandia. Quick dribble in the front court. Up top of the arc. Bounce pass behind him to Thomas. Stop and go on the right wing. The handoff to Gaebe. As he goes to right elbow. Big step back. Thought he was going to shoot it three instead. Hands it off right wing to Thomas. Slings it down to the right corner to Debeage. To the right side of the lane. To pass to Hobbs. Misses the layup on the right. Fall to the floor. The pickup on the rebound on the left wing by Doss. His second. Official calls a timeout. There was a body in the paint. They didn't want anybody getting trampled down there. He's coming to the table now. Now they're going to bring a sub in. Somebody might have been hurt, it looks like. But
yeah, they're going to have to pull off. It looks like Turbiatis. He's got a little blood going there. So he's going to have to come off while they check, and he goes to the trainer's table.
Soria is checking in for him. He didn't come to the table, and we have not seen Henderson return to this court either. Remember, during the timeout, they were taking his left shoe off and messing with his ankle, and he was in major pain. He is sitting on the end of the bench right now. Not a good sign for the Eagles.
No, it is not. They could certainly use him on the inside as they are getting out-rebounded all over the place. Just 2 boards for Hobbs and 1, 4, 5, 6, 9, 11 for Sandia.
It will be Sandia basketball on the far right sideline, and they're trying to get these subs sorted out. Now they're going to send both teams to the bench. What is that all about?
I think maybe some blood on the floor.
Coach Ross is having more discussion about calls as he goes and talks to the official. They sent both teams to the bench. I didn't see any signal for a timeout unless they're not cleaning up the floor, are they? Yep, they got some blood on the floor down there on the left block.
So we've got a cleanup timeout going on. While we have a moment, I'd like to say a big thank you to all of our great sponsors who make Hobbs Eagle basketball possible. On Cool 95.7 Hobbs Sports YouTube channel. You see them there at the bottom of your screen. You hear their ads when you are looking for any goods or services. Be sure that you think about those great sponsors who make it possible for us to do this and never have to charge you to watch your kids and your teams play. Unfortunately, too many people do charge you, and we don't think that's right the way they're doing it, but they don't give us an option. Thanks for listening, Hobbs Sports YouTube and Cool 95.7. Of course, 2 for 2 thus far today. This one is far from over, but congratulations to the Tatum Lady Coyotes. They'll be moving on to take on the winner of Pecos and Mesa Vista. That game going on over at the Rio Rancho Event Center right now, and it's tied up at 9 is the word we just got on that one. So Tatum will await that winner tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Then the Hobbs Lady Eagles moving on. They will play Sandia at 2 o'clock on Saturday afternoon back here at the Pit.
Eagles, go ahead.
Sorry, I was going to say both those games will be available on the team's YouTube channels and on HobbsAmerica.com. The Hobbs girls on Eagle 100.5 at 11:10 a.m. and Tatum here on Cool 95.7.
Well, your Hobbs Eagles coming into this game usually scoring 14.7 points more than their opponents throughout the season in the 30 games they played, have also out-rebounded their opponents by 8 boards a game. So they got the stats in their favor, but right now the scoreboard looking the other way for Sandia. 22-5, 140 left here in the first. Inbounding on the far right side of the front court, Hobbs gives it back to the time stripe to Brown. Over to left wing to Debeage. Posting up in the paint as Thomas gets the catch. And he did. He knocks the heck over Pena. They don't call the foul, but a rebound for Pena off the glass. I don't know why the heck they didn't call the knockoff foul there as Pena gets the rebound, his first. Into the front court on the near sideline. Stop and go as he takes on McDonald to the right baseline. Fade away from 18 and nothing but net. That's how you get things fired up. Pena with his second bucket for 4 points total. 22-7, 15-point lead for Sandia. In the front court, Brown fakes a 3, unloads to the right wing to Thomas. He's going to fire a 3. He swishes it. That's his first bucket of the ball game. 6 trays for Sandia. It's 25-7. Their biggest lead is 18. At the other end, Beatty for 3 on the right corner off the front of the iron, no good. Leaping in the air for it, ripping down the board is Thomas for his second rebound. Into the front court, handoff up top to Debeage. He'll give it to the left corner. 3 on the way for McDonald off the front of the rim. Big time rebound for Pena through 2 defenders that time. His second board back to back. Outlet to Soria on the far left sideline. Slings it down to McGahey, left corner, front court. Returns to Soria, far left sideline. 30 seconds left in the opener, 25-7. To Pena at the time stripe on the logo. Flicks it out to Soria, right wing. Dribbles up top through his legs. Unloads to Beatty, left wing. Comes back to the right side. Flips it over to Pena in front of the Sandia bench. He'll fire up an NBA 3, and he gets another one. He's starting to light it up. All 7 of his points. Big time for Pena. It's 25-10, but still a 15-point Matador lead. In the front court, pivoting with the basketball. And now backing out to the timeline is Thomas. as he hands it off to the right wing to Brown. Fires a three, and that's going to be an air ball, and that will end the first quarter of action. But Hobbs has got a big hole to dig out of.
25-10 the score in favor of Sandia. We'll be back in a minute for the second quarter. Hobbs Eagle basketball is on Cool 95.7.
The Coffee House offers a revitalizing menu of coffee, tea, and specialty drinks, just the way you like it. Enjoy your favorite drink with a whole latte love at the Coffee House. The Coffee House, another proud supporter of all Lee County athletics. Coffee House is locally owned and operated and is dedicated to fostering a sense of community in Lee County and in the surrounding areas. The Coffee House, 1103 North Grimes.
Outlaw Grill, the perfect spot for family dinners and date nights. Craving something extraordinary? Outlaw Grill serves up delicious fire-grilled steaks, fresh seafood, and authentic Italian pasta, flavors you won't find anywhere else. Dine in or call ahead for a quick and easy gourmet meal in Hobbs, 575-392-2012, or the Eunice location, 575-942-2466. Proudly supporting Lee County athletics and academics, Outlaw Grill is your go-to for great food and community spirit. Special offer, mention basketball when you order and get 15% off your meal. Come taste the difference at Outlaw Grill today.
Back here at the pit in Albuquerque, the Hobbs Eagles are hoping they have weathered the storm from the Matadors. Sandia up by 15, 25-10. Starters back on the floor for Hobbs, minus Henderson, who's still at the bottom of the bench. And as we get back to the action, here's Ty Friend.
Actually, they weathered the storm yesterday after beating Cleveland.
That's true.
Getting to this semifinal game, the pass coming in for the second quarter deflected. 14 points for Zaire DeBeagay. He's the leader with 3 trays for Sandia, 6 on 2 trays for Brown. For your Hobbs Eagles, 7 for Abraham Pena, 2 for Soria, 1 for Turbiatas on 1 for 2 free throw shooting. Pena in the front court, flips it over to the right wing to Soria, dribbling through his legs, back pedals, takes the screen from Turbiatas, stripped at the free throw line off the dribble, as the takeaway coming from Thomas Adams for the Eagles for turnover. Hand off on the near sideline to the guard, Harris. He's just going to hold it, puts his fist up in the air, and Beatty will step out on him. Now back to the Lobo. Logo in the middle, falls to the floor, but gets back up. Beatty backed away from him. Stop and go for Harris. To the right elbow, continues to the side of the paint right, and now back to the top of the arc. Good D by Turbiatas. Handoff up top to Brown. Comes down the lane, reverse slam, throws it up above his head. Rebound for Turbiatas on the left baseline to rip it down for his second board. Outlet to Payton on the near sideline, into the front court, down by 15. Stop and go, crossover move. Adams is his defender. Unloads to McGahey in the right corner from the Sandia's bench. Returns to Pena near right, in front of the scorer's table. Turbiatas trying to get a screen. He doesn't use it, does Pena. Comes down the lane, stripped between 2 defenders. He tried to continue down the lane, but the stop sign came up, but he was swatted at first in the foul call.
And they're going to whistle that one on Adams. That'll be his second personal. First team foul in the quarter on Sandia. Hobbs needs to take advantage when they have the ball. You're trailing by 15. Still got a lot of game. Not panic time, but you can't come up empty.
Jaleel Minifield gets his first action on the court now for Sandia. The inbound to Turbiatas in the left wing. To Soria left corner. Second leading three-point shooter for Hobbs. Back to Beatty. Beatty on the left wing. Stop and go. Crossover. He dribbled it off the foot of DeBeagay, and it goes out of bounds. Luckily it went out. Otherwise, he would have been scooping and going to the other end.
Yeah, so very lucky. Hobbs gets another break right here.
Got to be careful on the tricky dribbling in front of yourself on the crossovers when you got a defender right in front of you. Turbiatas gets the inbound, bounce pass to Pena left wing, fakes a 3, drives the lane, hippity hop, lefty hook off the glass, no good. Ball loose in the paint, pulled down by the big kid, Howell, the 6'9" post, his second rebound. Up ahead from Harris, down to the right corner to DeBeagay, to the left wing to Brown. Fakes a 3, dribbles to the free throw line. Back to DeBeagay for 3 out the front of the rim. Tipped up in the air, ripped down by Howell, and he gets tied up real quickly as Pena comes with him. Nobody really had the board on that one as simultaneous for Pena and, of course, Howell's got about, 5 or 6 inches on Pena, but Pena playing like a post on that one.
Yeah, Pena doing a nice job under their 2-time up. Possession arrow stays with Sandia, but Hobbs is in, and they are fighting. They're going to have to do that.
Inbound to DeBeagay. Double clutch, goes up strong on the left side of the rim and puts it through. He's got 16 points, 27-10, a 17-point Sandia lead. Up court to Turbiatas from Beatty left wing. Drives the left elbow. Back to Soria. To the left wing to Beatty. Jab step. Goes to the corner. Goes baseline left. Tries a wraparound pass, but throws it right to Coach Brown on the far right in front of the Sandia bench. And that's not the guy you want to pass to, the 6th man for the Matadors. Turnover number 5 for the Eagles.
Eagles have got to find a way to correct and corral what's going on here. They've just not been able to get anything going. They've And, credit Sandia for that. They are screening out the outside and they're packing in the paint. Hobbs has not had any looks through the first 10 minutes of this one.
Josiah Clay, Amber and Wheeler on the court now for the Eagles. Throw pass up top for Sandia to Howell. Back deep behind the three-point arc to Harris. Bounce it back to the left wing. 3 on the way from Innifield, who just barely checked in. Off the rim, pulled down hard by McGahey. Sky high on the baseline. That'll be his first rebound of the contest. And here come the Eagles as they bring it across the timeline. Give it off to Clay, comes down the lane with the hippity hop. Kick out left to Sawyer for 3, in and out, no good. Clay's bouncing into the defenders there, trying to get the rebound. Saved by Sandia as it came from the hands of Brown to the far right sideline, his first rebound. Throws it ahead to Harris into the front court. Bounce it back door, trying to go up for a dunk and losing control, but able to tip it in though was Howell. That's his second bucket. He's got 4 points. He really reminds me of Henderson, same type of play underneath. Hobbs trying to get it up the near sideline, but go in front of the Sandia bench. The ball gets knocked down, and diving to try to save that and get the steal was Harris. He slid right into his bench teammates over there in the front court for the Eagles. They'll get the basketball, and the Matadors want to sub as Sean Baker seeing his first action. Coach Brown starting to sub a lot of people in.
Yeah, he's starting to keep the fresh legs out there as his team is really moving hard. So I would expect to see him continue to do this through the rest of the half at least.
They have their biggest lead at 19 to the Matadors, 29-10, 5:08 remaining in the half. Payne with the ball at the half-court line. Stop and go dribble. Goes up with the windmill. Layup on the left side. Misses out the front of the rim. Rebound. Going up hard as Clay through 2 defenders. Put his head down and try to go up on Howell. Hopefully again him. He's the big boy.
And they will. That'll be his second personal. That'll be the second team foul on Sandia. And so send Josiah Clay to the line to try and chip into this 19-point deficit.
Clay shooting 60% this season from the charity stripe. Eagles are 1 of 2, both coming from Turbiatis. As waiting for that first point of the game for Josiah Clay to whittle this lead down. It makes the first. Hobbs now with 4 scores in the books. And returning for Sandia is Hobbs onto the court. Eagles will stick with Soria, Turbiatis, Pena, Wheeler, and on the line Clay for the second free throw. 5 minutes remaining in the second. 29-11, pinning this second throw. Shots up, off the back of the rim, no good. Chased down by Clay on the right wing, his second rebound. Drives baseline, 15-footer on the way. In and out, no good. Pulled down on the other side of the baseline for DeBeagay, his 4th board. Into the front court, swatted away is Pena with the steal. He tries to go up for the slam, but I think DeBeagay got a part of the ball from behind to block it back. And it will be Hobbs basketball, but that is a steal and a turnover for Sandia, number 4.
Nice job, and Nebeagay came back, and he really good hustle there. Pena had the free look at the basket, but Hobbs will keep it.
Looked like he went to go up and dunk that one and just lost a little bit of the tip. Inbound to Turbiatis on the right wing, back deep to Clay, screen from Turbiatis. As they get slammed into that screen, Clay with the crossover move, uses up the dribble, pivots and unloads over the right wing to Soria. Back to the timeline, screen from Turbiatis, still at the time stripe. One hands it over to Clay on the near right side in front of the scorer's table. Behind his back on the dribble. Spin move to his left hand to the free throw line. Continues down, scoop, and a swat from behind on the basketball that time was Benefield. Good move for Clay, just trying to see what the defense was going to give him on that one. And no harm done as the Eagles will have it on the baseline. Payne to the inbound. Right of the rim. Throws it up to Turbiatis on the right elbow. High post. Pivots, kicks it out left to Wheeler. Rainbow 3 is on the way off the back of the iron. Might have got hit in the face a little bit there. No call. Baker with the rebound underneath, his first. Outlet up to the Harris in the front court, left wing, crossing it behind his back. He's going to the rack. Reverse layup right with the windmill. Misses off the bottom of the rim. Rebound and going back up on the left block to sub that just checked in. That was Baker. Late whistle on that one coming up underneath the left side of the iron. They call the foul.
Yeah, I think they're going to get Soria for that one, and they will. That'll be the second personal on Lyric. First team foul on Hobbs. But again, it's Sandia just coming out, and right now they are outworking Hobbs. Everything going their way.
About halfway through this second quarter, 4:03 remaining. It's 29-11. Biggest lead has been 19 here in the second, down to 18 right now. Left baseline is Harris to inbound underneath the Matador basket. Inbound to the right corner. Brown spots up a 3. He fell down as he let loose of it. They're going to call a flop on the shooter. Yep, I haven't seen that called very often, but Isaiah Brown released it and then just flopped to the floor. He gets a warning on that. It will be Hobbs basketball.
And keep barking, Mr. Brown, because they will tee you up for that as he followed the ref all the way to the scorer's table. And see, he's over there. He's pointing and he's hollering still.
You talking about the player Brown or the coach Brown?
Well, the player Brown, but Coach Brown was out there pleading the case too.
Inbound to Payne in the backcourt. He's going to go one-on-one against Harris. 3:50 left in the half. Eagles down by 18. Brings it across, gets a screen from Turbiatis. Gives it back to Turbiatis, but throws it behind him. Taken away at the free throw line by Harris, turnover number 6. Alley-oop backdoor. NMAA tried to dunk it, but taken away by Turbiatis on the steal. That's their fifth turnover. Down to Beatty, who lays it in on the right side. Beatty's first bucket. That's the transition you need to get back in this one. 29-13. Going to the other end, coast to coast is Harris. Kicks out right corner to NMAA with a fadeaway 3. Turbiatis had a hand in his face. He still puts it through. He's got 19 and 4 trays. 32-13, back to a 19-point game. Surrey in the front court. One-hand pass over to Clay. He'll drive through 3 defenders. Fadeaway shot for the free throw line. No good. No rebounders. Long rebound for Brown on the far right sideline is second. Dumps it over to the left corner. Kind of a juggle move by Baker to save it. Up top to Harris. Stagger step, comes down the lane, reverse slam with the windmill off the right side, no good. Turbiatis rips it down underneath his third board, and he gets shoved into for the foul on Sandia.
Yeah, Baker came over and pushed into him. Actually, they're going to call that on Harris, his second personal, third team foul on Sandia as Wheeler checks back in for the Hobbs Eagles, and coming back in for Sandia will be Dawes.
Eagles would love to have a little run here. 19-point deficit, definitely not numbers you want to be a part of at halftime. Inbound to Soria. He's going to be picked up by NMAA and a double team as well. Throws a high one over to Beatty. Alley-oop backdoor to Turbiatis. Comes down, goes back up, gets a defender over his back, and puts it through for 2.
Good patience there for Turbiatis as he waited for Zaire to flash over him, and then he went back up. Good body control and a good bucket.
Turbiatis with 3 points now. It's 32-15. Sandia in the top of the arc is Dawes. Taken on by Turbiatis. Handoff on the right wing to Baker. Coach Brown wants to talk about it. He's got a lot of subs in there right now, and he wants to get the right chemistry working. He's going to talk to the troops with their Eagles down by 17.
30-second timeout, 2:28 to go first half. Sandia 32, Hobbs 15. We're back in 30 on Cool 95.7.
Hobbs Rental wants to wish Lee County student-athletes the best of luck as they take on challenges and experience success. The team of Hobbs Rental wants you to know that teamwork is everything. Hobbs Rental provides complete valve service, relief valve, vent valve, and thief hatch maintenance. BR certified and ISN approved. When you need the job done right the first time, call Hobbs Rental at 393-3085. Go Eagles!
Back here at the pit in Albuquerque as the Sandia Matadors take their first time out. Coach Danny Brown wants to talk about things as the Hobbs Eagles trailing big to Sandia 32-15. With Ty Friend, I'm TJ Miracle, Manny V in studio, engineering and producing. And as we head back to the action, here's Ty.
Sorry about that. We had another radio guy talking to us while we're live.
Joby ought to know better.
NMAA tries to dribble around the right side and then throws it down to the baseline, overthrows Brown out of bounds. So after their timeout, they get their 6th turnover. And the Eagles are going to try to beat this press. They trail by 17 with 2:20 left, second quarter. Inbound to Beatty, the paint in the backcourt. He'll send it deep down to Turbiatis, front side, left wing, drives baseline, spins, gets it back to Soria. Spikes up a 3, in and out, no good. Eagles can't get him to drop. Rebound on that right baseline by Zaire NMAA, his 5th board. As he gets it across the top onto Hobbs. Back to NMAA. He comes down the right lane. High arching layup right side off the rim. Tipped up in the air. Beatty comes down with his second board. Sends it ahead to Wheeler. 2-on-1. Back door to Beatty. Or make that Pena. Overthrows him loose on the baseline. And Abram Wheeler tried to grab it back, but he was already on the baseline. That pass too hard to handle coming down the paint to Pena.
Yeah, Hobbs just getting a little bit in front of themselves right there and no opportunity for them to slice in and get through it. And so give it back to Sandia as the Eagles have turned it over 7 times in the first half.
1:50 left, second quarter. Coming across the timeline with the dribble. Dawes taking on Beatty to the left wing. Behind him is Brown to get the pass up top to NMAA. He'll come around the left side, bounce it back door to Dawes. Reverse layup right. He gets it to stay in the rim and count it. That's his first bucket. It's 34-15, back to a 19-point lead, matching the biggest lead of the game. In the front court, Beatty, stop and go now. He's going to come down the left lane, bounce, pass it back door to Wheeler. Lays it up high off the glass, the sophomore in the books. His first bucket of the ball game. It's 34-17. Sandia doubling the Eagles. But they're going to play some D now. Brown on the right wing, slings it up top. Baker for 3 out the front of the rim. Loose at the top of the arc. It's pulled down by Hobbs. Unloads the Brown on the right wing. Drives the paint. Reverse layup right side off the glass and puts it through. Brown now has 8 points. It's 36-17, back again by 19. Coming quickly, Soria flings it over to Turbiatis, left corner. Rainbow three is on the way, air ball. Put down the right baseline, no rebound for the Eagles. Zaire Degayage, his 6th rebound. Tries to throw it down the lane, stolen by Turbiatis. Sandia, 7th turnover. Turbiatis up the far left sideline, down the left base. He throws a hook off the rim on the glass and comes back in for 2. He's got 5. 38 seconds left in the half. It's 36-19, still a 17-point lead. Into the front court, dribbling through his legs is Dawes. Taken on by Pena. Chests him up. Far court pass to the right side to Hobbs. He's still at the timeline with 25. Slides left off the dribble. Picked up by Soria. Comes back to the Lobo logo in the middle of the court. Now to the left sideline with the hand off to DeBeagay. Top of the arc. Dribbles behind his back. Picked up by Wheeler. Running clock with 13. Sandia looks like they're out of control here. Now they're going to slow it up and let the clock run. Down to 8. They're letting him to stay out there, DeBeagay. Stop and go. Spin in the middle of the paint. Bounces it back door to Baker for a lefty layup. Uncontested. That will end the first half. Not a good finish for the Hobbs Eagles here in the semifinals.
38-19 the score. The Eagles trail. We'll be back in 3 minutes for your halftime report. Hobbs Eagle basketball is on Cool 95.7 in the Hobbs Sports YouTube channel.
High school sports build character and responsibility. That's why Albertsons Market congratulates and encourages the area high school teams in their quest for a state championship, saying we're behind you all the way. You too can show your support for the Hobbs Eagles with Hobbs Eagles Black and Gold apparel. There's a large selection of Eagles shirts and caps to choose from at your Hobbs Albertsons Market. You're in for something fresh at Albertsons Market, corner of North Rhymes and Venter and Hobbs.
Oh, yes! Strike! Good times, baby!
Definitely good, healthy fun with family and friends is what you get at Bel Air Bowl, the only place to bowl for nearly 100 miles around. You can grab a snack and bowl, play pool, or even video arcade. They're the perfect place for a birthday party. Bel Air Bowl has got you covered and can make it happen. Find them on Facebook or Google Bel Air Bowl. They are located behind Big Lots in the Bel Air Shopping Center. Where we roll at Bel Air Bowl.
Hi, I'm Rodney Davis with United Realty, and I just wanted to let you know that there has never been a better time to get your home on the market. You may have been in your home for a number of years now and curious about what your home is worth, and I have great news. We can give you a free market analysis. That's right, free. Our expert realtors will let you know what your home is worth and help you get it sold. Remember, if you're wanting to buy or sell, United Realty is ready to help. Give United Realty a call at 575-392-3000. Again, that's 575-392-3000.
Elite Real Estate proudly congratulates the Eagles on making it to the playoffs. Just like the Eagles, Elite Real Estate believes that hard work and dedication leads to success. When it comes to your real estate needs, trust Elite Real Estate to guide you every step of the way. They make the buying process easy and work tirelessly to get you into your dream home. Call Elite Real Estate today, 492-0008. That's 492-0008. Elite Real Estate, where your dreams become reality.
NMR Pipeline is a highly qualified, dedicated company, leading in performance with management and employees who've provided over 45 years of service in pipeline maintenance and construction within the oil and gas industry. NMR Pipeline, 300 South Main in Eunice, or call 394-0144 for more information. Again, 394-0144. NMR Pipeline is proud to be a supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. For all your grocery specials, shop Thriftway and La Tienda in Hobbs. The best deals in fresh produce, fresh meat and vegetables, frozen and dairy, health and beauty, and so much more. With the friendliest and most knowledgeable staff, Thriftway and La Tienda. For all your grocery specials, come on down to La Tienda, 400 East Marland, and Thriftway, 1317 North Turner in Hobbs. Best of luck, Eagles, from all of your friends at Thriftway and La Tienda grocery stores.
Back here at the pit in Albuquerque, the Sandia Matadors taking it to the Hobbs Eagles 38-19 as a nightmare first half for Coach Ronald Ross's squad. I'm TJ Miracle alongside Ty Friend. So, Ty, what can you say about that first half? Ugh.
Heck, one guy has the same amount of point production as the Hobbs Eagles, Zaire Degayage with 19 points, and a majority of that coming in that first quarter. He had 14, 3 trays in the first, another tray in the fourth. Hobbs has definitely got to stop that perimeter shot. We already talked about that in the pregame show. 7 3-pointers put through for Sandia. I just did a quick calculation. 55% of their points right now is from treys.
Yeah, and in the first quarter, we haven't gotten the exact numbers for the second quarter, but they shot 75% from beyond the arc in the first quarter, and I don't think it was much worse than that in the second. They didn't take nearly as many. They only got 1 in that second quarter, but they only took maybe 3. So they're just absolutely raining it down. But then when Hobbs is shifting out on defense to guard those shooters, they're getting open looks, and they're just driving through to the lane and putting shots up. And when they miss, they're getting the rebounds too.
Right. And it wasn't that much domination in that second quarter. It was a 13-9 differential there, 4 more points for Sandia. So things started to calm down a little bit. DeBebe didn't have as much of his take control type of attitude that we saw in the first quarter, but still he got another 5 points in that second quarter. But most of his production in the first. Hobbs definitely needs to get a body on some of these guys. They're letting too many rebounds come off the offensive glass and then go the other way for Sandia. And Sandia is not one to put on the brakes. They're getting up the court in the transition.
Yeah, they're going to keep transitioning. They're going to keep moving it. Coach Ronald Ross is going to have to figure something out and put the whiteboard out and draw something up just to see what they can do. This one is not out of reach yet with the 19-point deficit, but Hobbs has got to figure things out, and they've got to show up and just they've got to play like their hair's on fire second half.
So 19 for DeBege. Isaiah Brown has 8. Other than that, it's Howell with 4. He's the big 6'9" post. A tray for Thomas Adams for 3. It was Dawes and Baker both getting a bucket for 2 points. Your Hobbs Eagles led in scoring, 7 for Abraham Patey, including a tray. Jairus Turbiatis has hit a couple of buckets, 1 and 2 from the line for 5 and 3 rebounds. Braddock Beatty has a bucket for 2. Cameron Wheeler has another bucket for 2 as well. And Josiah Clay, 1 of 2 from the charity stripe for 1 point. So that's the scoring. There's been 6 scorers in the first half for the Hobbs Eagles. And the Sandia Matadors have had 6 scorers as well. Both teams have 7 turnovers, so that hasn't been the major issue at this point. But again, blocking people out has been a problem. 18-10 is the rebounds right now in favor of Sandia with 8 more boards. And we talked about that stat in the pregame show too, TJ, is that Hobbs averages 8 more rebounds than their opponents all season in 30 games. It's going the exact opposite in this contest.
Yeah, it certainly has. Hobbs has got to figure out how to get some things off the glass and how to get back into this one as we will take another timeout, come back with the start of the second half. This is Hobbs Eagle basketball on Cool 95.7.
Conquer every challenge, from job sites to weekend adventures with SunGuard Precision's rugged truck accessories. Choose from durable tonneau covers, spray-on bed liners, and more, all designed to protect your investment and elevate performance. SunGuard Precision is your ultimate one-stop shop for all things truck. Get equipped. Get empowered. Visit SunGuard Precision today. Look for SunGuard in names and numbers and find SunGuard Precision on Facebook and Instagram.
Rent-A-Center is a proud supporter of the Hobbs Eagles in both athletics and academics. Being an Eagle fan for many years, the team at Rent-A-Center knows what it takes: hard work and dedication. For all of your furniture needs, visit your friends over at Rent-A-Center. They offer free delivery and no credit checks. Se hablan español. Let Rent-A-Center improve your home with a couple of pieces of furniture. And Rent-A-Center of Hobbs, 2404 North Grimes in the Albertsons Plaza, is locally owned and operated. Rent-A-Center supports the Hobbs Eagles and says, go fight, win.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Are you ready to take the next step in your education?
Look no further than New Mexico Junior College.
Whether you're just starting out or aiming to advance your career, NMJC offers top-notch programs in so many different fields.
With small class sizes and dedicated instructors, you'll get the personal attention you deserve.
Plus, our campus is equipped with state-of-the-art facilities and resources to support your learning journey.
Visit us online at nmjc.edu or stop by our campus to discover why NMJC is a smart choice for your education.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
When you want the job done right, trust the professionals at DNC Electric for all your electrician's needs. DNC Electric does oil well installations, battery installations, power lines, automation electric motor repairs, transformer repair, and so much more. When you want a reliable, dependable electrician for all your commercial and industrial services, call DNC Electric 492-0044, 575-492-0044. DNC Electric, 1444 West Broadway. Hydrotech Services in Hobbs is seeking experienced CDL drivers to join the team. To qualify, applicants must possess a valid U.S. CDL and have a minimum 2 years driving experience. If you have a good driving record, Hydrotech encourages you to apply today at 310 Woolsey Lane in Hobbs. Hydrotech offers competitive hourly pay of $26, comprehensive insurance benefits for employees, and the advantage of being home every evening. For additional information, please contact Hydrotech 397-7741 or apply in person 310 Woolsey Lane. Hydrotech Services is an equal opportunity employer.
Back here at the pit in Albuquerque, getting ready for the start of the second half. The Hobbs Eagles with their work cut out for them. They trail by 19, 38-19 after a nightmare of a first half. Sandia just came out running and gunning and on fire. The Eagles have not really been able to answer thus far. Parker Henderson still with the shoe untied, still being attended to by the Hobbs training staff, but I have a feeling we are probably not going to see him back here in this second half, Ty, and that's a big loss for the Eagles.
Yeah, he's definitely a force underneath. Didn't have a lot of point production yesterday, but 6 points and a dunk. Again, his presence just in the paint's getting you to adjust your offense, especially when you have guys going on transition. If you already have your center back, at least you get a hand up in the air and a little confusion in the paint for the offense. Yeah, he's not going to start this second half. You got Beatty out there to inbound at half court. It'll be Hobbs' ball. Also on the court, Pena, Soria, Turbiantes, and Wheeler. And Wheeler getting a lot of time at this tournament up here as a sophomore. That's good for the future for him.
Well, it certainly is. Get your experience in now, and then you'll know how to react in the pressure situations in the future as we move forward with this one. But this one's not over yet. The Eagles with 16 minutes to come back, and they've got the ability to do it. Of course, Sandia may have something to say about that.
Many years ago, we had a big-time semifinal game against Alamogordo, and Eagles came back down by 16 into the fourth quarter and won that ball game to go to the championship. Pass up top to Turbiantes, left corner to Soria for three. In and out, no good. Got to get a rebound. Wheeler's going to battle big time with the big kid from Sandia going to Howell at 6'9" and trying to rip it away from him. And unfortunately, the arrow on the jump ball going to go to Sandia.
Yeah, did a nice job getting it, but got tied up immediately. So give it over to Sandia.
That will be a rebound as well for Wheeler, though, on that play. Going the other direction to the rack. High arching layup on the left side, missed by Harris. Chased down by Howell in the right corner. His third rebound. Pass up top to Adams for three out the back of the rim. Not sure they need those that quickly. Pulled down by Harris on the left baseline as it came off the iron. He's going to dribble hard to the middle of the lane. Flips it to the right corner. Another three is gone, and it's off the side of the iron. Missed by Brown on that one. Underneath the hoop is Turbiantes to rip it down for his fourth board. Give it across to Soria on the far right side with 7:08 left, third quarter. Hobbs being doubled up on 38-19. The bounce pass to Turbiantes, spins on the left wing, goes to the rack, high off the glass, and gets bodied into from behind. Way behind him that time, Dan Begay, and kind of puts his hands up in the air half-heartedly after the call, like, hey, I was straight up. Well, your hips and your chest weren't.
And so Hobbs will go to the line with a chance to get on the board and draw first blood here in the second half. I like the fact that Turbiantes went against Begay and really, if you can keep attacking him, get him in some foul trouble here, maybe shake him up.
He's 1 of 2 from the line, makes his first there. Eagles now 3 of 5 from the stripe. I think we just need to change that kid's name to Nota Begay because we know him from New Mexico being a great golfer, right?
Like I said, I think I'm just going to call him Zaire. That's his first name.
Second shot, Jay Iris on the free throw off the back of the rim. Ripping it down is Thomas, his third board. He spins in the front court, throws it down to the big kid. Double clutch, and gets the defender way up in the air. Jairus, Turbiantes, and Wheeler as Haldis ducked down on the right block and crashing on top of him is Turbiantes and still has a saddle on his back.
Yeah, yeehaw, giddy up. And so it's a floor foul, and Brown will inbound it from right of his own bucket.
Get it into the left block. It gets off the hands of DeBeagay. He's chasing it down the left wing. Drives the right side of the paint. Goes up against Wheeler. Fades and shoots it towards the hole. Gets a little push on him, does Wheeler. They get the foul. Ball set over the rim. They called on Wheeler. And that for him will be his first personal second team foul.
So that'll put Zaire at the line to shoot 2. And a chance to stretch this back up to a 20-point lead. Still a long way to go, though. 6:48 in the third.
Believe it or not, he's the only guy that shot free throws in the first half. Was 1 of 2 for 50% and makes another there. He's now in 20 in the books. Has 6 rebounds as well. And a total of 4 3-pointers.
Checking in for Hobbs, Javen Hernandez comes in as Wheeler heads to the bench.
Second shot coming for DeBeagay. Is up, and it is good. 21 now for DeBeagay. It's 20-40. Doubling up on the Eagles. They throw it down court near sideline for the Eagles to Turbiatis. Uses up his dribble. Hands it out to Pena left corner. A double team against him. Back on the give and go to Turbiatis left block. Spins right, then left. Off the glass. Nice little hook shot there for Turbiatis. He's got 7 points. 40-22, back to an 18-point game. In the front court, stop and go for Harris. Going to the rack on the right side, reverse. Misses out the bottom of the backboard. Turbiatis rips it down. He's starting to get on fire. His 5th board. Over to Pena on the far right, dribbling behind his back as he takes on the defense of Adams. Slows it up on the far side, waiting for a screen from Turbiatis. Goes through 2 defenders, kicks the ball ahead of him. There should have been a foul there, probably the reach. Taken away by Brown, sends it down court. Going up with the layup is Adams. It gets swatted by Turbiatis. They call the body foul after the block.
So that'll be his second personal, third team foul on Hobbs, and Sandia going to go back to the line. This time in the form of Thomas Adams, his first trip to the stripe. He's got 3 points, but a bad turnover at a bad time for the Eagles.
That's their 8th turnover. There's been 7 for Sandia. And Thomas Adams getting his first chance for free throws. They are 3 of 4 from the line, all coming from DeBeagay, but now Adams gets one, and that'll be his 4th point of the ball game. They have had a total of 3 different guys getting trays in this game. I mentioned 4 to DeBeagay, but also Adams with 1 and 2 for Isaiah Brown. Second shot is up and good. 5 points now for Thomas Adams. 42-22, back to that ubiquitous 20-point lead. And a kick as Surrey gets the inbound on the near left sideline and tried to bounce it back to Beatty and booted hard by DeBeagay back to the baseline in the backcourt. Inbound to Pena left corner, gets a double team. Cross court right to Soria. Still in the backcourt, stop and go as he beats Brown across the timeline. To Beatty at the free throw line, turns and fires a J off the back of the rim. Hernandez trying to battle between 3 of the Matadors. They're trying to block him out, and the ball gets knocked down. He hit it first. I think it hits off a Matador and goes out of the baseline.
Yeah, it will. It'll be Hobbs basketball. Beatty pulling up there. I wished he would have gone ahead and finished up that attack. He had 2 guys there, could have pulled some fouls, and DeBeagay was one of them. They get him in foul trouble. We talked about it.
Clay comes in for Hernandez. They get it down low to Pena. Leads to the basket. Misses off the side of the rim on the left. Rebound in transition for Thomas, his 4th board. Over to right baseline to Howell, the big kid spinning in the paint. Hook shot with his left hand off the front of the rim. Turbiatis sky high for the rebound, his 6th. Outlet to Pena on the near side. 5.5 left, third quarter. 42-22, Sandia over Hobbs. Hard dribble behind the back, top of the arc, go back and out, waiting for a screen from Turbiatis. Goes through 2 defenders, slices it through, bodied hard. He tries to lean as he goes to the left block. Good job of pulling that foul on the shot instead of just taking it on the floor. He'll get 2 free throws out of it.
They're going to whistle that on Thomas Adams. That'll be his 3rd personal, 2nd team foul on Sandia. So that'll put Hobbs at the line as Pena was in the act of shooting.
Eagles are now 2 of 4 from the charity stripe for 50%. Pena has not shot a free throw in this ball game on the season, shooting at 83%. Well, first one is up and good. Pena now with 8 points, 7 for Turbiatis, the 2 leaders for Hobbs. On the other side of the coin, it's Sandia's DeBeagay with 21 points and 8 for Isaiah Brown. One more shot for Pena is up, and it's off, in and out, no good. Pulled down in the paint by DeBeagay, his 7th board. Into the front court, dribbling through his legs, the right elbow. Throws it behind him to Harris. Windmill lamp on the right side. Somehow stays in the cylinder and drops through. Boy, kissed that one home. His first bucket of the ball game, the freshman.
It's been that kind of game. Ones that shouldn't go have been dropping for Sandia, and there's been times we couldn't buy a bucket.
Biggest lead of the game, too, at 21 for the Matadors. 5 minutes left, third quarter, 44-23. Winner goes to the championship Saturday. Pass off to Beatty on the right wing, up top to Turbiatis. Wait for some rotation on the O. One hands over to Soria right wing. NBA 3 is on the way. It's swishing for the sophomore. Big hit for Soria. He's got 5 points. And for the Eagles, that's their 2nd tray of the game.
You're getting to the point now. If you want to cut back into this lead, you're going to have to do that.
Harris comes down the left lane, kick out to Brown, and then over to the left corner to Harris. He comes down the lane, fires it over to the right corner. 3 on the way for Hobbs off the side of the rim. Pulled down on the right baseline by Beatty for his 3rd board. Dribbles into the front court, left wing. Going to slow it down to get the offense with him to the left corner. Baseline spin move. Oh, he gets spun around 360, lost his footing, and I think he wanted to go to the rack with it and decided to pass in the last seconds. He spun in the middle of the lane and shuffled those feet all over the place.
Yeah, that's going to happen when you have that indecision, and it's going to cost Hobbs their 9th turnover and give it back to Sandia. 4:16 to go in the 3rd as Beatty comes out. Checking in his place will be McGahey.
Inbounded to Harris. He's going to take on McGahey quickly. Scoops it back to Brown. Coming down the left side of the lane. A runner shot off the front of the rim. Tipped up in the air. Pulled down by McGahey, who just got off the bench. His 2nd rebound. Up ahead to Soria. 1-on-5. He'll come to the right wing. Tries to pass it back to Clay. And gets ripped hard on his arm. Stripped by Brown for the foul. That'll be his first 13th foul against the Matadors. Soria still on the ground. He got knocked down kind of hard over there on that far right sideline. And a sub now for the Matadors checking in, Jaleel Minifield. Clock stop at 4:01 remaining, halfway through the 3rd. Eagles down by 18, and they just can't get past about the 15, 16, 18 mark, it seems like.
Yeah, they haven't been able to go on any kind of run as Sandia has just shut them down and said, basically, we'll play you even, and taking a hard shot there is Clay.
Clay was trying to drive from right to left around the circle, and he got bodied hard by Hal. Hal's got a big wad of cotton up his left nose, so he's been getting a little bit physical out there. That's his 2nd, 14th foul. Eagles one away from the double. Inbound to Soria on the left wing. Give it back to Clay, same side, in front of us here at the media table. Screen from Pena, drives up top to the right elbow, keeps his dribble alive. Back to Turbiatis, fires up a 3 off the back of the iron. In the middle of the paint for the rebound is Hal, his 4th. Outlet far left side to Harris. Down to 3:40 left 3rd. Eagles down by 18. On the left wing is Harris. Wait for that screen from Hal. Hippity hop move to the left baseline. Pivots, double team pressure. Returns back to the left side to Hobbs. Hobbs down the baseline. Backs it out against Clay. Good defense, stands solid. Flicks it back to Hal on the left wing. Handoff to Harris. Down the lane. Reverse layup, right side miss. And Turbiatis there again to rip it down. He's got 7 boards.
Jairus is starting to get going on the glass. Now Hobbs has to cash in on the other end.
Gives it off to Clay. Stop and go down the left side of the lane as he's getting ready to take it to the rack. Coach Ross calls a timeout. It's time to get a run going, TJ, and it better come quickly.
It's certainly better. 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. Say a big thank you to our friends at Elite Real Estate, Bel Air Bowl, United Realty, Divine Energy, and the Lee County State Bank. Also Albertsons Market, Hobbs Rental, Outlaw Grill, Leco, XL Energy, IPS, and the coffee shop. Plus our friends at Hydrotech Services, DNC Electric, Lasco Construction, New Mexico Junior College, Eunice Pump and Supply, Rent-A-Center, SunGuard Precision, Thriftway in La Tienda, and NMR Pipeline. Couldn't do it without their help and support. 5A semifinals of the boys ranks as a disastrous start for Hobbs. Sandia still leading this one 44-26. Of course, we've got more basketball for you from the state tournament as the Tatum Lady Coyotes punching their ticket this morning into the finals for 2A. We'll have that for you tomorrow evening at 5 o'clock, and then the Hobbs girls at 2 o'clock on Saturday against the Sandia girls for the championship on the girls 5A side.
We talked about rebounding being a major factor. Last night, 41-30, Hobbs dominated the boards against Cleveland, but right now it's 23-17 on the glass for Sandia, who has the 18-point lead. Eagle ball in the front court. Payne on the left wing, fakes a pass, drives baseline as he backs it in against his defense. Doss in the middle of the lane, fade away with the hook and scores. Just backed him in to submission. That's 10 for Payne to double digits. 44-28, Eagles by a deficit of 16. Into the front court comes Doss. Gives it back to the timeline to Hobbs in the front court. Stop and go. Flips it to Deabege. Back at the left wing. Top of the arc sliding with a screen from Doss. He's going to shoot for the left 3 line and puts it through the hole. He hit a bunch of those in the first half. His first of the third quarter. He's got 24 points and 5 trays. 47-28. 3 at the other end for Pena, left wing, in and out. Rebound for Debeagay. That's going to be his 8th board. And he gets hit in the head as the Hobbs Eagle crashes down on top of him. That is Clay.
Came over the top of him. Clay just battling for it, but Zaire really taking it hard and just holding on to it and then getting the foul drawn against him. Stays Sandia basketball. Hobbs will get their 4th team foul of the quarter.
Some subs coming in. Turbiatis on the court. Wheeler, Clay, Beatty and Pena. Inbound comes in the backcourt to Dawes for the Matadors. 2:25 left, third quarter. They're up by 19. Pass to the left wing. DeBeagay fires another tray, back-to-back. Boy, he's lighting them up. 27 points and 6 trays for DeBeagay. And here come the Eagles, down by 22. Into Turbiatis in the front court, left wing. Over to Pena on the right side. He'll back it out to the far sideline, going hard. Now against his defender, midfield to the baseline. 15-footer fadeaway out the front of the rim. Rebound, Beatty, windmill lamp underneath from left to right. Can't get it to drop. It's airballed. Pulled down the left block. They call the jump as pulling it down was Brown, but then Beatty and Clay converged on him quickly to get the arrow, and I think it's who's it going to go to?
It'll be, well, they're showing the possession arrow to Hobbs, and yep, it will be. So that'll wind up as the 8th turnover for Sandia. Hobbs will have it in their offensive end.
Beatty got hit right in the mouth with an elbow, kept wiping it off after the play. Pena on the right baseline underneath the Eagles hoop. Gets it into Turbiatis on the right wing. High one down to Pena in the corner, guarded closely by Dawes. Returns to Soria right wing, fakes a 3 with the jab. Step defender came out on him. Over to Beatty on the left wing. Gets a screen from Turbiatis. Right baseline dribble. Scoop it to Wheeler in the lane. With a little hook shot. Misses. Goes back up on the left glass. And puts it through for 2. Wheeler with 6 points. And now 2 rebounds. 50-30, a 20-point game.
Good hustle there for Wheeler as he came through and he got the rebound off of his own miss. And then he just kept fighting it through.
Isaiah Brown going to tank off a 3 from the top of the arc. Way outside NBA distance. No rebound. It's not a good decision. Turbiatis at the board is 8. Outlet to Pena. Right side of the lane. Windmill layup. Gets knocked to the floor head first. He got bodied by the back guy, Dea Begay. He was trying to help out the help side defense, trying to help his guard out, and ends up paying the price of the foul call.
And they're going to call it on Zaire. That'll be his second personal, 5th team foul. So Hobbs will be in the bonus, but only 76 seconds to go on a 20-point deficit that they've got to knock out here.
50-30 as Pena on the line, 1 of 2. First shot is up and bounces around the rim and good. He came in at 83% this season. Now he's got 11 points and 2 for 3 from the line. The Eagles right now are 4 of 7 from the charity stripe. One more for Pena. He's the leading scorer again with 11. 7 for Turbiatis. Second shot, fadeaway, comes off the back of the rim. Didn't get the follow through he wanted, and pulling it down underneath is Brown, his 4th board. Comes across the timeline, unloads to left wing. Hoag's almost not ready for it. Turn around at the last second. Back to the time stripe to Harris. Down to 1 minute left in the third. 50-31. Driving to the right elbow. Continues down the lane. Reverse on the right side. Misses over the rim. Rebound for Soria in transition, but he lost the ball on that sideline left, and a 3 being shot for Harris. Off the iron, pulled down by Turbiatis.
But then he gives it away.
Rebound. Another turnover. That's 10 for the Eagles, actually 11. And then they get the pass to the left wing. Hoag's fires a 3, and this time it drops. His first bucket of the ball game. Everything raining down on the Eagles right now, 53-31. Here comes Turbiatis to the hippity hop outside the left lane, trying to get baseline, and getting on his arm that time was Harris.
So they're going to whistle that one on Harris. That'll be his 3rd personal. And so Turbiatis will head back to the line to shoot 2. Hobbs in the double bonus.
34 seconds left here in the third quarter. Turbiatis on the line, 1 of 2 from the charity stripe. First shot is up, and it's off the front of the rim. Eagles not giving themselves any help here, getting these freebies.
Yeah, Turbiatis has missed his last 2, and he's 2 of 5 now from the line.
4 of 9 as a team at this point, as they drop below 50%. Second shot is off the back of the rim, no good. Battle for it on that left block and pulling it down as Baker gets tied up quickly. Now the foul called instead. That's going to go against the Eagles for a hold, and unfortunately that's going to go against Wheeler.
That'll be his second personal, 5th team foul on the Eagles, so we'll walk all the way down the court here at the pit, and free throws coming now from the team in Columbia red and black.
That'll put on the line Baker, who's a sub off the bench, has 2 points and 3 rebounds. He's battling pretty hard, not a very tall kid, but he's mixing it up underneath the bucket. He'll get 2 here. First shot is up off the back of the rim and comes off, no good. Only been 3 guys that have shot free throws in this game. DeBeagay, he is 3 of 4, 2 for 2 for Adams, and 0 for 1 now for Baker. Second shot is hard off the back of the rim, high bounce, and pull it down in the paint is McGahey, who just barely checked in. That's his third rebound. Gives back deep to Soria. Soria's going to take on the defense of Hobbs. One-hand bounce pass ahead to McGahey in the front court, right wing. Down low to Wheeler. Spins, fade away in the paint. Comes off the iron, no good. Nobody to rebound for the Eagles, except there is Dion Cumber for Sandia. And Cumber is the brother of Viene Cumber, who plays for the UNM Lobos women's basketball team. Give it to Brown coming down the right sideline. Little double clutch off the right rim and puts it through. He's got 10 points now. Half-court shot at the buzzer at the end of the third for McGahey. Comes off the back of the rim. No good. One more quarter for the Hobbs Eagles to try to get back in this one if they want to make the championship on Saturday.
And we'll be back in 1 minute as Hobbs Eagle basketball continues in a moment right here on Cool 95.7.
The Coffee House offers a revitalizing menu of coffee, tea, and specialty drinks, just the way you like it. Enjoy your favorite drink with a whole latte love at the Coffee House. The Coffee House, another proud supporter of all Lee County athletics. Coffee House is locally owned and operated and is dedicated to fostering a sense of community in Lee County and in the surrounding areas. The Coffee House, 1103 North Grimes.
Outlaw Grill, the perfect spot for family dinners and date nights. Craving something extraordinary? Outlaw Grill serves up delicious fire-grilled steaks, fresh seafood, and authentic Italian pasta, flavors you won't find anywhere else. Dine in or call ahead for a quick and easy gourmet meal in Hobbs, 575-392-2012, or the Eunice location, 575-942-2466. Proudly supporting Lee County athletics and academics, Outlaw Grill is your go-to for great food and community spirit. Special offer, mention basketball when you order and get 15% off your meal. Come taste the difference at Outlaw Grill today.
Back here at the pit in Albuquerque, 8 minutes left in this one. The Hobbs Eagles with some massive work they've got to do if they want to keep their season alive. Manny V in studio engineering and producing. I'm TJ Miracle, and as we start the fourth quarter, Sandia basketball, here's Ty Friend.
55-31, Eagles down by 22. Sandia led with 27 points for Zaire DeBeagay, 6 3-pointers. Also 3 of 4 from the line. 10 now for Isaiah Brown. For your Hobbs Eagles, 11 for Pena, 7 for Turbiatis. Eagles with 11 turnovers. Alley-oop backdoor, and going up high for it, just barely tipping it over the rim, though. DeBeagay, he's got 29 points now for Sandia. Now up by 26, their biggest lead of the contest. Eagles have had only 2 3-pointers go down in this game. 10 for Sandia. Beatty in the front corner left. He's got a double pressure on him in front of the Hobbs bench down. And throws it off the leg of Adams just to keep it in play. And it goes out of bounds for the Hobbs Eagles right in front of Coach Ross. 7:34 left of the game. Inbound to Pena on the left wing. Screen up top from Turbiatis. Comes around the right circle. Double team against Pena. Goes to Beatty right wing. Fakes a 3. Hippity hop to the free throw line. Pivots. Fires up a shot in the paint. Air ball hits the bottom of the net. Underneath the hoop is there DeBeagay. He's got his 9th rebound. Work on a double-double. They try to alley-oop backdoor, but overthrow DeBeagay, and they want him to get up for a dunk, and it hasn't happened yet.
No, it has not. I wasn't sure if he was throwing that as a long three-pointer. That would have been, more than NBA distance. But, yeah, I think you're right. They were trying for the alley-oop, so it'll go in the books as a turnover for Sandia. They're 9th.
And 11 for the Eagles, 2 more. Rebounding 28-23 in favor of Sandia through 3 quarters. In the front court, Soria on the left wing, crossover move, back deep to Clay. They can't run too much clock, down by 26. Under 7 minutes left. To Pena, back in the timeline, hands off to Soria. Over to Clay on the right side, screen from Turbiatis, dribbles up top behind his back, double team against him. Flings it over to the left corner to Pena. And he said he stepped on that sideline. I didn't think he saw where his foot went down there. That picks up a number 12 on the turnovers.
Yeah, just not a good turnover as Hobbs just been all out of sorts here this afternoon and have not managed to get it together as Sandia came out and punched him in the mouth. Hobbs still standing, but they've never quite recovered.
And then we got Clay bodying up the dribbler up the court. That was Harris. Chested him up that time, and Clay's trying to show the official that he's being pushed off, but they call the foul on him regardless. His first team foul here in the 4th. Inbound to the back court to Harris. He'll take on Clay once again across the timeline. Unloads it over to DeBeagay on the left wing. Dribbles the right elbow. Back door to Brown. Goes up high with the layup and scores. Got to the rack quickly. He's got 12. 59-31. It's a 28-point ball game. Biggest lead for Sandia. 3 at the top for Pena off the back of the rim. Brown gets a rebound on the left block, his 5th. He's an outlet to the far left. Here comes Harris. Back door to DeBeagay. Tries a scoop shot. Is fouled. Got chopped on the arm. I think Soria got him first and then tried to body him up too was Wheeler. They call the foul on Soria for a three-point play opportunity.
His third personal, second team foul, and NMAA just keeps running it out. He's got, 31 points now, trying to make it 32, and Sandia, I think, is trying to make a statement here and get this to running clock.
This is his only quarter where he doesn't have at least one tray yet, but he's still got plenty of time. First free throw, or one free throw up and good. 32 now for NMAA. It's going to be 62-31, doubling up now, 31-point lead. Hopefully does not get to the mercy rule situation here. Into the front court, Pena, stop and go as he takes on Adams into the front court. Sliding right to left, pivoting, uses up his dribble, throws over to Soria left wing, almost went right to Coach Ross. Good save for Soria. Over to Wheeler, left side of the paint. Backing in his defender to NMAA. Tries a shot, rejected by NMAA. Saved by Hernandez to the left corner. Soria fires up a three. Can't get that one to drop. An air ball on that one. Hernandez got the rebound, but then pulled down by NMAA after the missed shot. That's his 10th rebound. He's got a double-double now. He gets a pass up top, gets it back from Harris on the left wing. Throws a high one to Brown back at the timeline. He'll sit it down in the right corner. Three on the way off the right rim. No good for Harris. Rebound put back up and get knocked hard backwards on his back. Was Thomas Adams on the putback, his 5th rebound, and he hits the hardwood hard. He's going to stay laid down for just a second. A foul on the Eagles.
They're going to call that on Hernandez, as not feeling real good down there is Adams. He's going to be helped up. Take a deep breath and head to the line after Javen Hernandez picks up his first personal.
First team foul for the Eagles as well, and they're going to let him try to get himself peeled off the floor first, as going to the line will be Adams. 2 for 2 from the charity stripe, has 5 points and 5 boards now. 62-31, still a 31-point lead for Sandia. They were ranked 3rd behind the Hobbs Eagles for much of the season in the Max Preps poll. Free throws up and good, and of course the Eagles really get their schedule kind of widened out with that APS Metro tournament. That's not a team they faced, though, back in January.
No, it is not, and would have liked to have seen him, but that's just not the way the cookie crumbled, as they say.
6 points for Adams, gets one more here. He could be perfect from the line with this one, and knocks it off the front of the rim, no good. Big rebound for Pena in quick traffic as he dribbles into the front court. Stop and go, gets knocked to the floor. That was his 3rd rebound. Oh no, they're going to say he stepped on the sideline. Looked like he got bumped pretty hard. They call that the turnover instead. His 13th.
Wow, that's just kind of that explains the way the day's gone for Hobbs.
32-point lead. Into the front court of the right wing is Adams. Back deep to run clock Harris. 5:15 remaining here in the semifinals. Stop and go dribble. Beats Payton down the lane. No look pass right corner. 3 on the way for Adams, and swishes it. That's his 2nd tray of the game. He's got 9 points. 11 trays converted by Sandia as they lead now by 35 in the mercy rule situation. 3 on the right side for Clay. Off the side of the iron right. No good. Brown gets another rebound. His 6. Sends it down left corner. Faking a 3 and then throwing it up top. McDonald. In the hands of Adams. Adams hands off on the right wing off the dribble to Harris. Kicks it back to NMAA on the right wing. Fakes a 3. Goes back door on the give and go to Harris. Double clutch right side and scores off the glass. Point blank range. He's got 4 points. 68-31. It's a 37-point deficit. Coach Ross calls a timeout. We got a running clock when we come back from the time.
4:33 remaining in the ball game and in the season. Sandia 68, Hobbs 31. Back in a minute on Cool 95.7.
Hobbs Rental wants to wish Lee County student athletes the best of luck as they take on challenges and experience success. The team of Hobbs Rental wants you to know that teamwork is everything. Hobbs Rental provides complete valve service, relief valve, vent valve, and thief hatch maintenance. BR certified and ISN approved. When you need the job done right the first time, call Hobbs Rental at 393-3085. Go Eagles!
High school sports build character and responsibility. That's why Albertsons Market congratulates and encourages the area high school teams in their quest for a state championship, saying we're behind you all the way. You too can show your support for the Hobbs Eagles with Hobbs Eagles black and gold apparel. There's a large selection of Eagles shirts and caps to choose from at your Hobbs Albertsons Market. You're in for something fresh at Albertsons Market, corner of North Grimes and Bender in Hobbs.
Back here at the pit in Albuquerque, Coach Ronald Ross taking the timeout. 4.5 minutes to go in this one. Sandia all over the Hobbs Eagles in this semifinal matchup. It'll be running clock when we head back into it. So Hobbs playing for pride now and to try and get that clock to slow down a little bit with the call as we get back to it. Here's Ty Friend.
Also a reminder, too, that Henderson has not played the whole second half due to an ankle injury. He suffered that in the game yesterday. Still stayed in the contest, but came in for a little bit first quarter and just could not go on, so he has not played here in the second half. 68-31, Beatty comes down the line after an inbound, throws a high one, double clutch off the right side, missed, but tipped up by Turbiantes. They call the foul, though, on the shot for Beatty first. That'll go against the Matadors.
As they are going to call that one on Mason Howe. That'll be his fourth team foul, but just the first personal, or the first team foul on the fourth personal for Mason, and clock still runs as Beatty at the line for 2.
First one's a swish. Beatty with his first free throw of the ball game has 3 points now. 68-32, still mercy roll though, 36-point lead. Second shot up and good, now 35, still a mercy roll. Unfortunately, that is the number they have to get. The lead at least, 68-33. 3:45 left in the game. On the left wing is Baker in the front court. Pena tried to rip it away from him. They said Baker stepped in the line first. That'll be a turnover. That's their 10th of the ball game. And now it's going to be Coach Brown bringing in some subs from the bench. Van Dyke checks in. Also coming on is Mitchell Wells. And appears also to be Deion Cumberbatch. 3:28 left in the ball game. Here comes Pena going hard and beating across the timeline midfield. Gives to Beatty right corner. Rainbow 3, air ball. On the right block for the rebound is Wells, who just checked in. The outlets to the near sideline to that is S.J. Harville. To the right corner, fadeaway 3 off the pass from Minifield. Off the side of the iron, pulled down by Beatty, his 5th rebound. 1-on-2, windmill lamp, right side with the scoop, misses underneath the hoop. Pulled down again by Wells, his 2nd rebound. Throws it up ahead to the left wing to Van Dyke. Spins in the left corner. Throws it back to the left wing to Deion Cumber. He stepped on that sideline again. That official likes to watch those sidelines.
He does. He's called, I guess, 4 or 5, and it's gone both ways. This is Hobbs Eagle basketball on KLEA Hobbs Lovington. Cool 95.7, the Cool 95.7 app, and the Hobbs Sports YouTube channel.
11 turnovers for the Matadors and 13 for the Eagles. Payne with the hip-hop dribble as he goes against Minifield again. Gets a screen near the timeline by the other Beatty who just checked in. Pass off to the right, shot by Sori off the right rim, no good. In transition off the rebound is Harville. He'll send it to the right corner. Touch pass back to the right wing. 3 for Wells is a swish. He just barely got off the bench, and Mitchell Wells puts it down. That's the 12th three-pointer for Sandia. 71-33. Pena going to the other end. Hard down the right side of the lane, trying to drive through 2 defenders. They call the block foul on the Matadors.
Yeah, they're going to get that one on, well, I thought it was going to be on Wells. Instead, they're going to call it on Jaleel Minifield, his first personal, just the 2nd team foul.
Say that was on the floor.
Yep, they are saying it was on the floor. Clock continues to move, under 2 minutes to go.
Incoming is Wheeler now for Soria. 1:40 left in the ball game, 4th quarter, 71-33 Sandia. Inbound to Pena, fadeaway 3 off the side of the rim. Underneath the hoop for the rebound for the Matadors is Starville, his 2nd. Dribbles in the right corner, double teams, trying to strip it. Wheeler and McGahey. A 10-second count is on, and finally the official signals the 10 seconds. Coach Brown was running out in the court trying to get another ref's attention to get the timeout, but that turns into a turnover, and Coach Brown lost his head, screaming at the top of his lungs with that big of a lead. I don't know what that's all about.
Yeah, don't get me going.
12 turnovers for the Matadors. Inbound to Beatty. A hook shot in the paint and putting it through. Not Braddock. That's Brock Beatty, the senior, for his first bucket. 1 minute remaining. 71-35. A 36-point lead for Sandia. Into the front court. Starville. Pass down to the right corner. 3 on the way. Air ball for Van Dyke. Rebound right baseline. And that's Wheeler with his 4th. Football throw ahead to Pena. 1-on-2. Double clutch over the right rim and scores. Pena with 13. Down to 40 seconds remaining. 71-37. Here comes Sandia. 3 at the top of the arc for Starville. Off the back of the rim. No good. Ball gets tipped out. It will be Sandia basketball. What about all these 3-point shots with such a big mercy roll lead?
Well, these are kids that are playing the bottom of the bench. They're just running their offense. I can't blame them for doing it. They want to get in the scorebook. And if you're Coach Brown, you're telling these kids, hey, this is your opportunity. You just run our offense. You get open, take the shot.
Turbiantes comes out. He'll finish the game with 7 points and 9 rebounds. Inbound top of the arc for Sandia. Wells drives the lane. Kick out to the left wing. Stop and go for Minifield. Lost the ball at the top. Stripped by Wheeler. And he's going to pick it up at the timeline after the 13th turnover for Sandia. Pass down to Beatty. The senior wants to get another bucket if he can. Keeps it outside to Clay with 18 seconds left, right wing. Stop and go, baseline, scoop shot off the glass and scores. Clay now with 3 points, and it's 71-39. Clock down to 8. Driving coast to coast. Windmill layup left side, trying to get up in the air. A Starville, but is swatted hard by Jamin Hernandez from the baseline out of bounds.
And a good clean block, as no foul called on that. But it'll stay Sandia basketball. Basically, they get it in, and they can run this one out.
5.3 remaining, 71-39. Waiting for the inbound. They'll get it into the left corner to midfield, kick it out left, fadeaway 3, and that's Van Dyke putting it home. 13 trays to finish the ball game. Not sure I would have shot that one with that time left, but they went ahead and did it. 74-39. Your Hobbs Eagles unfortunately lose the semifinals here at the Pit in Albuquerque to finish their season at 26-5.
We'll be back in 2 minutes to wrap it up. This is Hobbs Eagle basketball on Cool 95.7.
Oh, yes! Strike! Good times, baby!
Definitely good, healthy fun with family and friends is what you get at Bell. Make it happen. Find them on Facebook or Google Bel Air Bowl. They are located behind Big Lots in the Bel Air Shopping Center. Where we roll at Bel Air Bowl.
Hi, I'm Rodney Davis with United Realty, and I just wanted to let you know that there has never been a better time to get your home on the market. You may have been in your home for a number of years now and curious about what your home is worth, and I have great news. We can give you a free market analysis. That's right, free. Our expert realtors will let you know what your home is worth and help you get it sold. Remember, if you're wanting to buy or sell, United Realty is ready to help. Give United Realty a call at 575-392-3000. Again, that's 575-392-3000.
Elite Real Estate proudly congratulates the Eagles on making it to the playoffs. Just like the Eagles, Elite Real Estate believes that hard work and dedication leads to success. When it comes to your real estate needs, trust Elite Real Estate to guide you every step of the way. They make the buying process easy and work tirelessly to get you into your dream home. Call Elite Real Estate today, 492-0008. That's 492-0008. Elite Real Estate, where your dreams become reality.
NMR Pipeline is a highly qualified, dedicated company, leading in performance with management and employees who've provided over 45 years of service in pipeline maintenance and construction within the oil and gas industry. NMR Pipeline, 300 South Main in Eunice, or call 394-0144 for more information. Again, 394-0144. NMR Pipeline is proud to be a supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics.
I'm TJ Miracle alongside Ty Friend, and Ty, the wrap on this season.
Yeah, not a great way to finish. Sandia just shot the lights out from outside. 13 trays in this ball game. 32 points for Zaire Dekbeagay. He was all over the place, especially in the first quarter, had 14 points and 3 trays just at that time alone. He added another 3 trays after that for 6 total, and again 32 points for him, almost perfect on the line too, as he went 5 of 6 from the charity stripe. Also getting some points, Isaiah Brown. He had 12 in the game and 6 rebounds, had 2 trays in the first quarter as well. 9 for Thomas Adams. He had 2 trays and was 3 for 4 from the stripe with 5 boards. So you can see a trend here. Lots of different guys stepping up for trays in this contest. In fact, they had a total of 6 guys getting trays in the contest. Again, 13 total for them. Just pretty much dominating the perimeter. They went 7 of 11 from the free throw line for 63%. And that was pretty much the difference in the game. Second half scoring 36-20 in favor of Sandia. So they were up by 19 at the half as it was, doubling up the Eagles, but then advanced by 16 again in the second half. Eagles, Abraham Pena, 13. He had 1 tray. He had 2 for 4 from the charity stripe, 3 rebounds. Jairus Turbiata, 7 points and 9 boards. And after that, not a lot of a drop-off in scoring. Lyric Story had a tray for 5 total, 1 rebound. Braddock Beatty, 4 points, 2 for 2 free throws, 5 boards for him. Josiah Clay ended up getting 3 points on 1 of 2 free throws, shooting at a bucket. Amron Wheeler getting a couple of scores for 4 and 4 rebounds as a sophomore. And, of course, Brock Beatty, senior, getting some time late in the game with a bucket and 2 points. Eagles had 13 turnovers in this ball game. At only 2 trays, again, compared to 13 for Sandia, and only shot 50% from the free throw line, 6 of 12.
Right, and the three-pointers, you talk about it, Hobbs goes 2 of 17 from beyond the arc, so 11%, while Sandia goes 47% or 46%, 13 of 28, and Sandia came out, punched Hobbs in the mouth, and Hobbs never went down. It went the distance, but if this was boxing, when the tail of the tape comes in and the judge's decision, Hobbs got staggered, never went down, but they do go down to defeat, and so they will finish up their season. But I think a lot to be proud of for Coach Ronald Ross in his first year at the helm.
And he has, unfortunately, he's going to lose 6 of his stellar seniors on this team. Parker Henderson, who had to sit out the second half due to an ankle injury, and we saw some good games from him, a couple double digits this season, and starting to emerge as a major post player in the paint. Unfortunately, again, couldn't play the last 2 quarters of the season. Amari McGahey gets a good time on the court here in this semifinal at a guard position. He'll be missed in terms of the speed up and down the court. Abraham Pena, of course, the scoring leader, averaging over 17 points a game, leader in 3-point shots this season, 13 in this ball game. He's definitely going to be a miss, and a guy that can really get up off the ground and put through the threes and any other type of shot you need. Brock Beatty came off the bench late in this game. Football quarterback, of course, for the Eagles. He finished with 2 in this one. And J. Iris Turbiatis, tons of double-doubles this season. Also could shoot the tray from the outside. And, boy, what a wonderful game last night where he had the double-double against Cleveland in that quarterfinal victory. But, again, those are some of the seniors on this squad. Sort of missed those. Teams have to readjust every year. But as you said, Coach Ross got this team back to more of a traditional style. They weren't jacking trays up every 5 seconds. They were getting some good defense, leading to some transition games, taking some good shot selections. And again, he has more of a family kind of atmosphere with the squad this year, doing a lot of outside activities and kind of get a bonding effort there. And you can see that as the Eagles finish up 26-5.
Yeah, not a lot to be disappointed about. They'll be disappointed at the loss, but when they look back on the season, a lot to take away from it. And so tomorrow we will be right back here at the pit, 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon on Cool 95.7, the 2A girls title game, as the Tatum Lady Coyotes will be taking on the winner of Pecos and Mesa Vista. 4:45 pregame show, tip-off scheduled for 5 o'clock, and then back Saturday afternoon for the Hobbs Lady Eagles. Hobbs basketball has been brought to you by Lee County State Bank, Divine Energy, United Realty, Bel Air Bowl, Elite Real Estate, and Albertsons Market. Also Hobbs Rental, Outlaw Grill, Lico, XL Energy, IPS Incorporated in the coffee shop. Eagle basketball, also a presentation of Hydrotech Services, DNC Electric, Glasgow Construction, NMJC, Eunice Pump and Supply, Rent-A-Center, SunGuard Precision, Thriftway and La Tienda, and NMR Pipeline. For Tiff and Evie, keeping an eye and an ear on things back at Cool Central. For Manny V, engineering and producing. For Ty Friend, I'm TJ Miracle saying so long from the pit. This has been an exclusive presentation of Noalmark Digital and Cool 95.7 Sports.